Kelsey owns a home in Henry County. Came home last week to find a tree contractor working on the side of his house by his property, cutting back some of the trees. This is for Chuck Crosby. Apparently, his neighbor had hired a contractor to trim the trees that were hanging over onto the neighbor's property. But Kelsey says the tree contractor had come over to his land to reach the trees, and in the meantime, there was damage done to one of the garden beds, and Kelsey said he never gave permission to the contractor, and he's now wondering how he proceeds to get damages repaid. Chuck Crosby?
Okay, so if I understand this correctly,
Yeah.
tree limbs hanging over, they're
Right.
getting rid of them, so the contractor comes onto their lawn, neighbor's lawn, and steps in the flower bed and does damage.
Right.
Wants
Sounds
to
good.
get that damage repaired.
Right.
Okay, first off, it's got to be real damage. Footprints in mud, tracking through some mulch, I don't know, busting down decorative fences, knocking over expensive yard art and damaging it. We have to define what we're talking about here. In the first place, the general rule, if somebody comes onto your property and does damage, they're liable for it. In this case, you might have two parties. You've got the party that did it, and then the party who hired them to go and do whatever, and they did the damage. So, technically, you could go after one of two parties. When you mention flower bed, okay, what is it, $5 to go buy some new flowers and plant them? I don't know.
It's more than $5, Chuck.
I don't know.
Okay, I'll tell you because I've done it recently, and it could be hundreds if you've got a nice bed of flowers.
Yeah, my point being, how much is an attorney going to be to sue them to collect that?
Yeah, okay, you've got a point there. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, now you're talking about he'd best darn well have damaged the entire bed.
Yeah, no kidding.
And go from there. Now you can always do small claims under $2,500, but somebody comes on your lawn, they do damage. Yeah, they're responsible for it. But flower beds. Maybe they're prized orchids. I don't know. Maybe it's Nero Wolf that is raising these orchids there, and they're terribly expensive. Okay, well, that's damage that might get you to hire an attorney. But I get this occasionally where somebody, it's the principle of the thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, what if I get you a signed letter apologizing? Will that suffice? And it's like, no, I want money. Well, it's always the money, right?
Yeah.
So the idea here is you got to do the cost-benefit analysis. You're going to pay thousands to an attorney to collect $500 or $600 or whatever. I don't know.
Does small claims court come into play here?
They're under $2,500.
Okay,
anything
so
under $2,500.
So
So you can go that route, but that also takes up a lot of time and trouble, and you may not get where you think you're going to go.